What is happening? Long time no see in the shop. I have been largely absent on this page as far as for my woodworking and things of that nature. I did start another page with my son just to have some fun with food reviews and things like that, but that's not what this is for. The change to the workshop, just want to do a quick video here. Been a little bit of a change in the workshop. I no longer have my store, so you know, I guess it failed, basically. I wasn't getting the foot traffic. This is a woodworking shop. I've made furniture for a long time, probably 30 years. Tried to do a little store in my local area. Just couldn't get the foot traffic. Son of a gun, it just didn't happen. So I moved everything back in January, end of January, early February. And I think the furniture thing, it may have died a little bit as far as I just don't think I'm making what people want, unfortunately. And that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk or anything like that. I'm basically just kind of restarting what I'm gonna be doing as a maker, I guess. I've always wanted to try to learn how to build guitars. My whole family, I don't know how to play a guitar, but my whole family, extended family, grandparents and all that stuff always played music and they always played guitars. I always thought it would be neat to try to learn how to play one, number one. I always thought it would be neat though as I started to woodwork in my early 20s on how to build one. And I guess I'm presented with that opportunity basically to try to learn how to build guitars. So I think I'm gonna chronicle it on here on my woodworking page. So it's not gonna be furniture right now. I do have lots of things in this shop that I still have things I wanna do. And I still want to make videos here on YouTube. And maybe through this type of thing, somebody can, it's kind of an open forum. You guys can see me make mistakes because I will make plenty. I'll probably ruin the first however many guitars I try to make. You know, could be the first 4, 5, 6. I don't know how long it takes to learn how to make a guitar. I do have a CNC over in the corner that I'm gonna get set up once I learn how to do this stuff. Basically, I have this router template. I had a friend on here. It's got a good page, Ty from Shock the Fox. I'll try to tag his page in my comments. You can go to his basically his Instagram page. He does have a YouTube channel where he's put some builds up, but he concentrates a lot of his work on his Instagram page where he has a pretty nice following, very knowledgeable, builds beautiful guitars. Pretty sure that he was a winner of a great guitar build-off several years ago, but he's been a friend since about 2016. He got me sort of encouraged to try this out. He sent me a template. He said, Josh, if you're gonna start building guitars, start out with a Telecaster. I know this is basically like holding up Wonder Woman's jet, but this is a transparent, there we go, a transparent router template for a Telecaster. He said those are the easiest basically to learn on. So I'm going to learn on that. I don't have all the tools that luthiers usually use to make guitars, but I'm gonna, rasps and things of that nature. I did grab a rasp, the Shinto saw rasp, I believe, and feel fully free to like roast me in comments or whatever, point out all my flaws, because I'm gonna have quite a few of them, but this was recommended to me for shaping the neck, along with probably several other rasps that I have not yet ordered yet. The wood that you see before you is part of my furniture making days. I would make keepsake boxes and things of that nature that incorporated some figured woods. Like I have like a kind of a cool curly spalted maple. I have a curly walnut that I actually got from a local person in kind of my area, along with this curly mango. And then this other block that you see here is a ash body blink. It's pretty darn heavy. You can't see it, but I did trace out the outline. So since this is so heavy, and I know very little about what I'm doing, but I do know my dad used to not like playing a really heavy guitar. So terminology wise, I'm probably gonna mess this up, but I think you wanna chamber it or take some of the weight away. So the next step for me after gluing up this, I got this S4S looking pretty good. Drew out, use this little template to draw things out, and I'm gonna go ahead and like drill some holes and kind of relieve some of the weight if I can. That's the goal. I know that I have to keep some of this material in the middle So I'm gonna try to take out material kind of in this area here, this area over here. I don't know if I'll do it up in the horns of the guitar, if that's what the terminology is, but I have to keep some meat in the middle to attach all the, you know, the doodads and whatnots that make the guitar make some noise and amplify it and all that good stuff. I did get a neck. I found a neck here. One sec. I looked through my scrap. I found something I can use for a neck. So since this is ash, I found some ash for a neck here that I believe I tried to keep a quarter saw. Now it's not perfect, but you can see it's pretty straight grain up through here. This is actually from a flat sawn piece of wood, but out towards the edges, you know, you see the little frowny face or the smiley face on the edge of a board. You can find some straight grain still towards the edges of the board. So I cut out about a 3 1/4 inch wide piece. I've got it at 1 inch thick right now, and I don't know, 32 inches in length, right in that ballpark. And I do have a piece of bird's eye that I'm gonna use for the fretboard. We'll see how that combo goes, and we'll see if I keep that combo, because I also do have some Coca-Cola. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but this is a pretty nice piece of wood. I'm not sure if I can go, if I choose the walnut, if I can go a dark body with a dark fretboard or not on an ash body. I don't know. I have no idea how that's gonna look. I've never done this before. I'm gonna post my videos here, and they're gonna be probably fairly short, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, right in that ballpark, and it'll chronicle, because I do a lot of work on my Instagram page, but here is kind of new for me, to be honest with you, and I'm not a YouTuber. No idea really what I'm doing when it comes to YouTube. I don't know anything about thumbnails or video length or any of that stuff. All I know is that when I do Instagram stories, those come pretty natural. I'm not pre-rehearsed. I just say whatever I say as I'm doing it. So as I'm working on this guitar, if I can just kind of keep some videos, not have to worry about editing too much, because that slows up the process. Maybe I can get videos out, weekly on my progress, and it'll be slow progress, and you'll be watching me as I learn how to do this for the very first time, mistakes and all. So anyways, this is an introductory video. I'm gonna kind of, next steps here, like I said, I think I'm gonna chamber this body, because I think that's gonna be next. We'll relieve some weight. I think I can probably cut it to a loose shape, oversized, obviously, because I'm gonna wanna router it to this template. I need to go ahead and just run this through my drum sander real quick, just to make sure everything's nice and ready to go. And I ordered a truss rod, just an Amazon cheapo one probably, cost me maybe 20 bucks. I think it's from Stu Mac, so it's probably actually not a bad one, to be honest with you. And then I ordered a couple of pieces of carbon fiber inserts that are supposed to help keep this neck fairly stable. Which one, quarter sawn, I didn't cover that, but the reason I went quarter sawn is because, as the furniture making background, that's a pretty darn stable wood that's gonna keep things from moving around too much. And I have to make some choices. I gotta make some choices between this curly oak, or good grief, so this curly walnut right here, between this spalted maple, and between that mango. I'm kind of leaning towards, honestly, the walnut. I think that might be kind of a cool look. But then, do I do a light, do I do a light bird's eye maple fretboard, or do I just use this Coca-Cola, and then the back will be, it'll be on this ash? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have some tools I'm gonna need to kind of continue that part, so I'll order those, and then we'll kind of, chronicle things as I go. And eventually, I'm gonna show you guys how I don't know how to run my CNC. So we're gonna do that together as well. I have some things and some goodies that Rockler was kind enough to send me, as far as like the dust collection. Just kind of something I can set up underneath it, and then I'll run a tube down so we can flatten the wasteboard. All of this stuff is new. I apologize if I don't know the correct terminology for everything, but in brief, I just wanted to get on real quick, do another video, update you guys on kind of what's going on and the direction of the shop. It's not going to be as much furniture anymore. I am going to deep dive into guitar making for the foreseeable future, and we're going to learn this, you know, I'm going to learn this and get it figured out. I would love to get to a point where maybe I can sell one of these. I would love to see somebody play a guitar that I made that had my name on the headstock. I think that would be so cool. Okay, that's it. Until next time, I will, I'm gonna bounce out of here and then we will see where I'm at when I sign in again, I guess, or make another video or whatever it is we do on here. Things could be glued up, wood could be shaped. Probably not all the way, but I'll at least have holes drilled in this. That is, kind of a promise. Maybe a promise. Probably not a promise, but